Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? This is Carolyn from Known as Nutty Crafts, and I thought I'd show you some cute little Easter decoration that we can do. Now, as you can see, what these are the stackable eggs you can get from Dollar Tree. It's 5, you get 3 of them. It's for $5. So, and I turned it into, I'm calling her Miss Pearl. So let me move it back so we can see on this way, and you see the pretty little bows and all. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you everything that we need today for this project, and then we'll go from there in making it. So you're going to need a straw hat. This comes from Dollar Tree, from Hobby Lobby, and it's $2.99. You can't use the Dollar Tree ones just because of the fact that the inside here is a lot bigger. So you have to use, well, the ones I find that work for this are the Hobby Lobby ones. These are the ears from Dollar Tree. You can get them, they're pink, they have yellow ones, different colors. Even there's ones that are tie-dye. So whatever ribbons you want to choose to put on this. So today we're going to use this one. And this came from Craft Outlet. And I'll have numbers and all for you. I have some leftover lace, just some pretty little lace that we're going to use to trim the hat, as well as trim the, what do you call it, the body. I forgot. I actually might use this on the body. I think I have enough to use this one. This is a small one that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I think I have enough. We'll have to look, one or the other, or I have more. Or I can use this bead one here. It's just like a little beads. Got it from Hobby Lobby to make it look pretty as well. I might use this one as far as around the body. And that's just to hide the seams, but we'll go over that. I'm using some of this little grass stuff. You can probably get this anywhere. I got this at a garage sale. And I'm choosing to use some pink flowers in this one to make it look pretty. So I'm going to put Miss Pearl down. So as you can see, we have one bow here. We did a sash coming up, and we did another bow off to the side there. And then of course her hat, which I got to move down here on this table here, so you could see it better. And we'll decorate the hat as well. And I see a glue string. So let me switch cameras here. Oops, come here. So this might be a better view. Yeah, that's much better. Can't see the head. I can't do everything. Make it work. So here's what we did. I have another one. I'm going to show you. This one's in progress because I haven't done the hat. But you could see I did it with the big yellow polka dots on it. As well, and I just had some extra Easter ribbon there, as you can see, so it works out really kind of cool. But I haven't done a hat on this one yet. So now what I did with this, these actually click. I used some E6000 on it, and I also used some hot glue. So I just put it around, and as you can hear it click in. Make sure it's all even clicked, because sometimes you hear it click on one side and you may not get the other side clicked in. So make sure you do that. So this one I just did, and I used hot glue so that we can get going with our project here. All right, I'm going to use this beaded. Now what I did, or I want to look for, is I try to look for where the seam is. And here's the seam right here. It's really hard to tell because the way they kind of exit all the way through the middle, but that's where I'd like to start. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue going around here. There we go. My glue gun didn't fire out. I didn't press it good enough. And we're going to put these little pearls in there. Now again, you can use whatever you want. I got a piece of glue down there. Hold on. You can use whatever you want to do the trim. This is just going to cover as I call it, the hole where this was all connected. That's all that this is going to do. Got glue all over my fingers. And you can push it up like into the crack a little bit, depending what you're using. This one's just going to lay kind of flat in a way on it, but it just gives it a little something something. Let me glue up that little pearl there. There we go. So when I come around to here, I'm not going to really overlap it a lot, just because it's going to be underneath the bow anyway, so you're not going to see it. I just put a dab of glue on there. There. And let me peel this off. There we go. All right. So where I ended is where I'm going to start on the next layer. Now this has a bigger gap in between here. This sits a little bit more together, so just a FYI. Well, I got to stand for this one. I didn't take my thing away here. Here we go. There we are. So if you're watching, just say hi. Let me know where you're from. Look around. This part almost looks like it's making a necklace on it. Piece of glue stuck on my fingers. I hate that when you get glue strings stuck on you. Okay, and again. Let glue off my fingers. All right, so you can see how she's coming so far. Stick a little pin in here. Perfect. Oop, there's a big glue string here somewhere. All right, so we're going to put her off to the side for a little bit. And what we're going to do next is the hat. That is a big glue string. I'm connected somehow. So on the hat, pretty easy. We're going to do it from the other side. So figure if whatever size trim you want to use, you can use different colors. If you want to, it's really up to you. Just figure out which side you're going to go on it. I always like to find where they kind of sewed the end right here. I don't know, that's just the thing I do. So we're just going to put a bead of glue right along the edge and then place our lace right there. Whew, that's hot. Try to move it over here so you can see better. I don't have my happy fingers in there. I have them in the other room today. It doesn't help that the hat wants to spin. So we're just going to give her a little fancy hat trim. Oops. Hello, my friend. How are you? Hi, hi, hi. I was making these and I decided why not go live? Show everybody what I'm making. Now, the total cost of this, $1.25, $5 for the stackable bunnies. $3 for the hat. So what are we? 3, 5, 8, 9, 25. As you can tell, this is stuff I had left over, so I don't even know how much this costs, to be honest. Look, I don't think this came from this company, which was in Florida. I haven't lived in Florida in decades. So I don't know how much that is, but you can get your fringe or your lace trimming. I'd say from anywhere, Joann's, but we all know it's going out of business. So I don't know where we're going to go online from different places. Okay. But these are cute little, these stackables. You can put them outside your door. Now they are very lightweight, but it has a hole in the bottom. So if you want to stick a rock, or what I've done, like at some of my Christmas things, the old vintage blow-ups, I usually take like a bag of, you know, put some rocks in it. That's really my thing. There we go. And I'll stick it in the bottom of those, the vintage blow-ups. Oh, glue. Now, what you can see is that I cut that on an angle. I don't cut it square. I cut it on an angle so it kind of blends in there. Whoops. Let me go higher so you can see. Sorry. So it's cut in an angle this way. So that's going to be our hat. Ta-da! So far, that is. And I'll have some fringe left over. I'm sure I'll find something for that. Now we have the ears. The ears, it's just a headband. That's all that it is. It's a headband from Dollar Tree. So what I'm going to do, this is a really cheap headband. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to get my other scissors. Where are you? Now I'm going to leave some fabric on here. Oh, these are really junky scissors. Oh, I don't want to use my good ones. I have about 6 pairs sitting in the other room. Let me lower this camera, so hold on. There we go. Much better, because I was like up in the air. All right, so we're going to cut these off. Because we don't need the headband. And I'll cut it. Ooh. One. Oh, it's kind of coming apart, which is perfect. That one a little bit more off. Throw it away. I did. Get rid of these since they're not open. Now what I did on the bottom here, I want to keep some of the fur. So I went ahead and I'm splitting the bottom so it opens up. Now I don't need this whole piece here. I just want it so it's just, this has wire in it. So I just want it so I have that. So I'm going to cut off this bottom piece. I'm going to fold this back and get as close as I can to the bottom here. And just snip it off. Just like that. And I'll do the same on this one. Can you make your own ears? You can. Oh yeah, hey Michelle. Hello Miss Carrie, how are you all? So again, I'm snipping this off. I gotta get it first. There we go, find a side. Oop, I don't think I snipped that very well. And it's off. Now I want to keep some of the fur. I don't need all this fur here. So we are going to cut some of this back. And this is just when we start gluing it on the hat, which I'll show you. It just kind of covers the base of it a little bit. Hey Carrie, if you want to copy this and put it in your group, you can. I can't do it because I'm on StreamYard. I can't do it. So just FYI, anybody, you can take this and you can, if you would be more than kind, to bless my page. That would be great. All right. So now we have our 2 ears. Whoop. Guys, if I know a lot of people having computer, hopefully this isn't stopping and going like everybody else has had the issues with. All right, so I want to find where I ended. So that's going to be the back of my hat. Now, with these, if you put them just like this on the base like this, it's not going to look right. So what you need to do, that's why we cut off that bottom piece. We're going to kind of push it up against this hat, and we're going to glue it so the ears are closer to the top of the hat than anything else. Okay. So where did my back go? Okay, there's my back. So if that makes sense, you can bend the ears to push them in more if you want. But this is why I leave a little bit of the fur. So let me go ahead and glue, a lot of glue. And we're just going to hold that. Even though it's hot glue, we're going to hold it. Thank you. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, the hat came from Hobby Lobby. And we decorated it with lace. Because we're going to make some cute bunny. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this side here. Just going to stick my finger right in the middle there and just kind of hold it up there for a few seconds. Don't worry about the base because we're going to decorate the base of the ears. Just going to make sure I get them so they're even. You don't want one ear in front of the other. That would look funny. Ah, thank you, Carrie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys don't know, Carrie Young here, she's a friend of mine from the UK, and she's hosting a retreat this summer. And I'm going to be a designer there for her and the group. So I'm going to be doing a centerpiece, and that's all I'm saying. Because I want it to be a surprise. But so I'll be traveling to London, the UK this year. My first time there. I'm going to take a little vacay at the same time. All right. So now we got our ears. Cute. Now, if we did it the other way, they'd be sticking all the way out here, and we don't want that. We want them close to the hat, or the center of the hat, so to speak. All right, so that's our ears. Next, we're going to make our bow. We're going to make 2 bows. Oh, wait, do I have another ribbon? Oh, no, I was just doing a single one. That's right. I forgot what I was doing. So pick what you want to do. On the ones that I showed you, I did one with Easter eggs, and I did another one that was just in flowers. Sticking to it. And this one's just going to be just like this. Just like this. I got to show you just like this. Ah, thank you, my friend. I am honored to go. I am honored to go. I enjoy people. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So now the bow doesn't have to be that big. So as you can see on this one that I started, it's not really a big bow. This is only 4 inches here, and this is shorter. So you can make them whatever size. You can use just one color if you want to do it. You can use 2 colors if you want to overlay them and stuff. It's really up to you what you want to do. So most of these I have done 2, whoops, let me put this back down here. 2 bows on it. And I am going to bring a second one on this one, which I think would be just a plain pink bow or ribbon. I thought I had it down here, and I think what happened, I think it fell behind my table there. So we're going to bring this pink in. Sure, I got one open, but now I don't. Now I will. All right. So we're going to put this one here. Now this is a bow maker. And you can get this from Michaels. It expands out to make in 8 inches. I really like this one. I don't get anything for this by showing you this. It comes in just 2 pieces, just like that. So if you want to collapse it, travel it, teach it in the classes, this is what I use in the class. I do have the Easy Bow Maker, the Pro Bow, the 4-in-1, a bunch of them. But this is my newest one. It has it where you can tie, you know, if you're going to use wire or your pipe cleaners here. But I think it retails for about $19.99. So this is set right now about 5 inches. So I'm just going to put my ribbon down there. We're not doing really long tails on this 2.5 inch bow. And this came from Craft Outlet. Alrighty. So we're going to only go 4 inches because I don't need a big bow. These rabbits aren't that big. My tail is just going to be a little bit longer. And we're just going to do it just like that. I like to dovetail mine as I go because sometimes I'll forget and then I'll be like, I could be at a show or somewhere and realize we're selling it and realize, whoops, I forgot to dovetail it. Dovetailing means you just cut it on a V, you fold your ribbon in half, and you just cut it on the V. So that's it. All right. So we're going to wind up making 2 of both of these. And I dovetail it as we go. Try not to bang these down on the table because I know that's really loud for you guys, but there's no way to get around it. All right, so on this one, I am going to have one of these sticking up, I think. No, I'm going to have it sticking down. We're going to make it sticking down. I'm going to have this ribbon sticking. No, I do want one up. I do want one up. Oh, changed my mind. Oh my God, look. Look at how they seamed it. Oh, I hate that when they do that. It's a brand new ribbon too. Man. Oy, 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 oy. All right, so we're just going to bring this one a little smaller. So this is going to be about 3.5 inches, give or take. And I'm going to make this tail a little bit longer up here. Because I want it to be peekaboo. I'm meaning by that so you could see the ribbon that's behind it. Because if you overlay it on top, it's fine, you can. But I don't want it to be that way. I am making these a little bit long because we're going to have some going up and some going down. All right. Whoop. I got pipe clean. I got glue all over me. Now, I always keep my scraps because I only need a little bit of this. I don't need a big zip tie for this or anything. Now, I could have put it in here if I wanted to, but that's fine. I want to do it this way. And I'm just going to bring it around and tie it off. Just going to give it one twist at first because see how janky my things are? Because I didn't put it in the center. But that's okay. We can fix it before I make it too tight. There we go. And then I like to do, now in certain bows I don't care. If I'm doing a really funky bow, I don't care about the loops if they're actually even, but you can just bring your fingers up like that. And now that I know I got it where I want it to be, I'm going to twist it really tight. I don't want too many loops behind here, just enough. All right. Or too many twists, I should say, not loops. Pull you down. Okay, so we'll set that one aside and let's make another one. All right, so again, my tail is going to be about 5 inches going out. And we'll go down and do our 4-inch bow, a loop here. Same on this side. And we'll cut it again. Done with that ribbon for the moment. So let me just stick a pin in it. We're going to need it again anyway in a minute. A few minutes. All right, so let's do this one. So I have these tails coming down. I have this tail going up, and I can always cut it later if I want it to be shorter. And again, this is about 3.5 inches. Did I do that one long? Yeah. Forgot what I did, if I did it longer or shorter. All right, so again, our second bow is done there. Twist it. One twist. I get my tails, my loops where they're supposed to be. Now you could use 2.5 inch bow ribbons. I did that on the one, and then I like the one, the 2 different sizes. I think that works for what I'm doing, what I like. I could tell that's really off. There we go. We got it now. We got it. We're rocking and a rolling. So twist it really tight. Oops, you're go down. You're the down one, not the up one. This is the up one. All right, put that aside. Now, we're going to put a bow on the one side of the hat. So we're going to go ahead and make that now. And I had another little pipe cleaner piece here. Did y'all see where it disappeared to? You know how things just disappear off your table? It's like, huh? I knew all the time. Whatever, we'll get another one. This one's just going to be a small one. I think I did this one about 2 inches. So we're going to make the tails, 4 inches for right now. And we're going to make the loop at 3 because we don't need a big bow at the top here. And we're just doing 1. And I had a pipe cleaner. I had it all ready. Do I have another pink one I can use? Yep. I know I had 3 up here because I showed you all 3 of them. Who knows? Oh, let's cut this off. Yeah, they do. They can't. I showed it. I showed you. I had 3 pipe cleaners on the table, and I don't know where that other one went. That drives me insane all the time. All right, just a little piece of pipe cleaner. You can use whatever color you want. I have these at 2 different lengths right now, or they're pretty close, but so this is going to go on the hat. So you can twist this all the way up. I do cut it off to a point. I don't need all this bulkiness behind it. And I'll just press this down. So we have our bow. Okay, so we're going to put this one away because we don't need this one anymore. By way, I mean just push it over there. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to take this one. We're going to start with this one since it's right here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the bow right here. Just a cute little bow off to the side of the ear. Nothing fancy schmancy yet, but we're going to decorate it. And that helps cover the ear base. Now you understand why I wanted to keep the fur, because the fur helps cover on the bases in the back. I gotta push that fur down there. This little piece of fur curled up, so we'll just put a dab of glue. Curl it down. Got my little silicone. I could have used that instead of my fingers. God, these glue strings. Good God. Okay. Whew. Get off of me. All right, so we're going to leave that right like that for now. We'll come back to her later. Let's move this out of the way. So now we're going to bring our girl up. Now, I'm going to move this one camera again, so I'm going to bring it up high so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Just tilt it up a little bit for you. So we have two bows. And we're going to take this ribbon again, and we're going to create a sash. I'm going to dovetail the one end to this. And what I'm going to do, you remember how I had, this is my bow going like this, and I had one going up like this, and I have one tail coming down. So when I put it up here, we're going to cut this a little shorter, but right now it's going to stay the way it is. We're going to bring this. Now you could do it this way, or if you don't want this hanging out up there, you can bring it down. See which way my ribbon is. And do it this way. And then you can just have this one piece that will be up there. Let's do that. So that's why I have a little bit longer pipe cleaner going on the back piece here. Don't want to twist it too much. And all I'm going to do is just grab this. It might be too long, but we can cut it later. I'd rather have it a little bit longer than not long enough. And then I will be upset. All right, so this is what we're going to create. Is like this. The bow is going to be up here like this. Okay. We're going to create a sash. Let me twist tie this really tight. Again, I don't need all of this. So we'll put it off. So what I'm going to do, remember where I ended my beads on my thing? I want to make sure this is going to cover that. I'm going to sash around this way. I think we'll cut these pink ones in a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of hold it here for a minute, because what I want to do is create the sash. The sash is going to kind of come across on the front of her. So if this is going to be my sash like here, I do want to have some of this hanging down, and I'm probably cutting it too long, only because I want to make sure I have enough. Stay pinched. We'll do the same with this one. We'll bring this down. No, this one I'm going to have the pink one going up. I'm going to have the one pink one up. So we'll take our sash, put it right behind there, twist tie it in. Today it's a sash. Sometimes I call these roller coasters when I do it on other things. So see, I don't want it to be like really poofy. I just want it enough. So before I cut it, I hold it up to it to make sure I got it where, how much of a, what would the word be? Loop? I guess the word would be. And press that down. Okay, now comes the fun part. We're going to take some glue, and we're going to glue it right to where I ended there. So make sure when you do this that you have all your ribbons where you want them to go, because once you glue, you can't go back. I always know that one happens. All right. Now this you have to hold a little bit in there because it's concave. So I want to make sure it gets in there. And then we'll fluff out the bow and everything after I finish. Make sure she comes around. Do, 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 do. I do want a little bit more in this one. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Pull all my, make sure everything is where I want it to be. And then glue. Ooh, that was almost on my thumb. And hold it in. There we go. So see, it's coming out really cute. Glue string right across the bow. Okay, so as that's going up, I'm going to cut this one a little bit shorter here. These a little bit shorter. Oh, I did that the opposite way. That's okay. I do that from time to time. Cut it upside down. Don't want to make the same mistake twice though. There we go. All right, let's go to this one. So see, I wanted this to come up a little bit on here. You could do it where I could do this one and pull this one down actually. Let's do the opposite. Yeah, we'll do opposite there. So this one's going to be the up one. Oh, I did it again. Jeez. There we go. Let me sit down a little bit on this one so I don't do it a third to fourth time the wrong way. And I don't want this touching the ground. And these could be opposite lanes, it doesn't matter. There we go. So that's what she looks like so far. All right, so this would be her front here, and she has two bows on either side. So now we're going to decorate that. I just have some flowers here that I pulled out. Decided to stay with pink because it's pink roses. It's kind of like a, not really a rose. There's all different types of flowers in there. I'm going to cut it really close to the bud. I don't need the leaves on here. I don't want the leaves on here because we're going to be putting some other little fun stuff in here. Okay, so that's going to be my 2 flowers. And I have some of this stuff. It's a fern. Like I said, I got this at a garage sale. And this happens to be a push-up fern, so I push them all the way up because I want them close together. Because I don't need a very long stem in this at all. So I'm going to need a total of 6 of these, totally. Excuse me, 4 of them. We're going to be using some more of it on the hat, but I don't need it to be as full. These have 3 leaves on it. See, this one has 2, and this is what I'll use on the top of the hat. So I'll put that off to the side so I don't get them mixed up. So 1, 2, 3, so I need 1 more. All right. It's your food shopping. Oh, you're so funny. Okay. So what we're going to do with these, it's pretty simple. We're just going to stick them in here, and that's all we're going to do with them. Make sure, you know, you don't want all the back showing. If I could twist this one around so I have all the front showing. So, you know, the back of the leaf or fern. And I'm just going to stick it in here behind this one on the pink bow. And we're going to have the flower in there. So it's going to hold it in there. Be generous with your glue. Just stick it in there. So this kind of reminds me like carrot, you know, in there. But it's not really a carrot. I had some stuff that is more like the carrot, but I wanted it to be a little bit softer. And then we're going to take our flower, pop it right in the middle. So see, that's all that it's going to be. So we're going to do the same thing for up here. Sometimes you might have to hold it just a little bit. There we go. And let's do this one. Oops, get in there. Oop, I did that one almost backwards. Stick our flower in there. Now you could do, if you want to do tulips or whatever flowers you want to put in there, it's fun. You can do whatever. This is your creation. Your creation. Now what I go back and do, I will add some more glue to make sure the ribbon is really adhered to this. And it's plastic, so hot glue and plastic love each other. Just gotta hold it and let it cool down, but stick. So we're not laying this down, which makes it easier. This is standing upright. So we'll make sure on this one I have everything where I want it to be. If it needs to be tacked in a little bit more, with a little bit more glue, just add a little dab in there. Now, you know, with the glue strings, I will tell you that sometimes I don't see them on a project right now. but I'll take it outside, and the glue strings glisten in the sunlight. So if you ever want to make sure you get all your glue strings off your project, just take it outside. Take it outside. So see, that's how she's coming along so far. All right, now we got to do her hat. So you can see how she's coming together now. Move that up a little bit. I don't want her hat like this because the illusion you see her face. I want it tilted back a little bit to give you an illusion she has a face. Could you put eyes and things on there? Yes. In this project, are we? No. All right. So we're going to decorate her hat. Spin you down a little bit. There we go. So let me move her off to the floor for a few seconds. So I'm going to use a flower in here. I also, this is, I don't know where I got this. I know I got, this was originally $20. I had a bunch of stuff, but I know I got it in one of Michael's, you know, you get their bins of stuff, you know, at the end of the season kind of thing. There's a whole bunch of stems in here I use, whatever was in there. So I'll use bits and pieces off of things like this. That's it. Now what I'm going to do, I want to put a little bit of flowers around here. I don't want to go all crazy or anything like that. And these leaves are way too big, so we're not going to use those leaves. So let me go ahead. We're going to put a flower. We're going to take the same flower that we used, and I want to stick one right in the middle there. I could put one here, and you can decorate all around. You can go crazy with the hat and decorate it as much as you want. But I wanted the hat to stick out a little bit more as far as seeing more of it. So I'm going to stick my flower in first. That's all I'm going to do. See how cute that looks? Now we got these little funky things. And this is one. Well, it doesn't want to come off. So we're going to cut it off. Just kind of see if I can spread these out a little bit. They're kind of stuck here together. So we'll unstick them. There we go. Now I'm going to use a little bit over there and some of it over here. These are the same things, but this has a little bit more of the little pink on it. So maybe I'll use that one over there and this one over here. So there are 6 little things on this. So we're just going to cut this. See if I can, well, it's not going to cut in groups of 2. We're going to go individual because I want to spread them out. So like putting some like that. Split these up too. I'm going to use them all because this is just something I want to try to keep. So we'll put like that, 2 like this, 2 like that, and we got one up there. That's fine. So figure out how I want these to lay. And I can cut these down if I want them to be up a little bit like that. I could kind of glue it like that. I think I'm going to do something like that. Oop, stuck to me. So this one's going to lay. Because I kind of like it how it curls like that. So I'm going to cut. Have that one standing up a little bit. And this one, there's not too many leaves on this base part, but I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to kind of, almost like a part of a bow, and just stick it in there to help cover that base a little bit. Just like that. We can add to it. So, because I got this one. Stick this one right underneath that one spot. Here we go. You see? Just a little something something on that side. But you can, again, you can decorate it however you want. All right, so let's go off to this side. We're going to have some sticking out at the bottom here. Just kind of stick them in and see what I like. I think I like it that way too, though. This is a really long one, so that works great for sticking out. And you can stick some up. They don't have to be behind the bow. They can be in front of the bow, you know, tucked in there. Thank you. I think it's a cute idea. Hello, Charlie. That one can stick in there. Sorry, I wasn't watching my screen. I just, my bad. I think I'll have this one coming back there. The glue strings, I swear they're going to drive me crazy. I have that one coming back there too. Whoop, whoop, caught. I think we'll stick that one right there, maybe underneath the flower there. It says part of another one stuck to it. It's coming out sideways. Don't want that. Make sure you're not sticking your glue in your petal leaves. So see how cute that is? Just a little something something. A little something something. I don't know if it would look good with the flower there. No, I don't want a flower there. Have any extra little leaves? I had a little piece of this. No. Nope, we're stopping right there. All right, so that's her hat. Let's bring our girl back up and let me adjust the camera again for you guys so you can see what we're going to do. So now we're going to place her hat on her head. Of course, we got to place it the right way. So it's like that. Now I am using a combination of the E6000. Gotta look, whoops, upside down. The E6000. What I'm going to do is place the glue. I'm going to use hot glue too, so that I'm going to place it on the inside, just around this rim in here, just like this. Okay, as well as with the glue, the hot glue that is. So I'm just going to round the brim. The reason why I'm using both of these, because you know what, even though it's hot glue, people will have probably a tendency to want to pick it up by its hat, and this way it would just give it a little extra something. Could you use something else, any other type of glue besides this? Sure, whatever your heart desires. All right, put some hot glue in there. Now once you get this on, there ain't no turning back, so make sure. I'm going to face it towards me. I'm going to tilt it back and just press down. And there she is. You want to make sure your hat is the way you want it to. You don't want her ears to be crooked because her bow is on the side here. So you want to make sure that she's lined up perfectly. Otherwise it would look kind of silly. Now you can take these, you can bend the ears if you want to have a little fun with them, you know, too. Bend them forward, bend one up, whatever you want to do, just to make it a little fun. You can do that as well. So there she is. She's all done. Is she crooked? Okay, no, she just looks that way. All right, so there's Miss Pearl, all done with her little sash and her bows. And see how cute that comes out? Just a little something. And it doesn't cost that much to make. Oh, I have some extra flowers. I may use them. All right, you guys. So thanks for coming in Nona's Nutty Crafts. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, she's my cute bee. Yes. Thank you guys for coming in and watching too. Bye.